All right, this is the most wonderful thing about living in Canada is that we don't have this choice to make today.
That being said, the entire world is watching tonight's U.S. elections.
It has been extremally interesting. It was exhausting yesterday. I have no idea how anybody has any strength left for today, with the candidates making 5-6 stops each yesterday, right into about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock this morning.
Suffice to say, they both have serious stamina to be able to visit between 3 to 5 cities in a day.
So last hour, we were at the Clinton headquarters, and this hour, we're only going about a mile away to the Trump headquarters. Scott McLean, in fact, is camped out there in Manhattan this morning. Morning, Scott. Exactly where are you right now?
Hey, Catherine, good morning. So we are just outside the Donald Trump headquarters. Actually, it's just about a block or so from where I'm standing right now. Things are obviously fairly tight, trying to get all the TV satellite trucks and microwave trucks, I'm sure you guys understand, on a city block in New York City, and you can imagine just how much media attention there's going to be here. I actually had a chance to go inside the Grand Ballroom in the Hilton Hotel, the space that the Trump campaign has rented out yesterday. And what's surprising, well, what's not surprising is how much space they have for media and the massive number of TV cameras that are going to be there. But what is surprising is that the space is actually not very big for Donald Trump standards. It's a more intimate space, which is a little bit odd considering the tone and tenor of his campaign so far.
I was going to say, Scott, all you hear coming out of Trump's mouth is the fact that he gets the people going. He actually gets the people attending his speeches and rallies versus Hillary, where he says it's pretty much barren and no one attends. Would you say that is accurate in what you've seen personally?
Yeah, so I think Donald Trump is really capitalizing on that fact, the fact that he can fill an arena, that his supporters do seem to be way more amped up, way more enthusiastic to go to the polls. And there really is, even if you look at the polling, an enthusiasm gap between Hillary Clinton supporters and Donald Trump supporters, the Trump supporters being much more enthusiastic to actually vote for him. And he's going to need those people today. Hillary Clinton has a much easier path to get to 270 electoral college votes, which is obviously how you win the presidency. She just needs to win one of the toss-up states and hold sort of what's already leaning in her direction. Donald Trump needs to be perfect. He needs to win every single toss-up state that there is, and he's crossing his fingers today that he can do that. I should say his last message to his supporters last night was obviously make America great again, but after that he said, okay, go to bed, wake up, and vote, and he'll need his people to do that.
And indeed, that's exactly what we are going to see today. Who gets what vote out? And those electoral votes you talk about, well, they were almost a sure thing for Hillary only about 2 weeks ago, but they've sort of moved back a little bit. But like you say, it's not an impossible path to the White House for Donald Trump, but it's going to be a tough one.
It's a closer race than they anticipated, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So Hillary Clinton, there's a worrying trend for the Clinton campaign when it comes to turnout and what we've seen in some of the early voting so far. First off, a massive number of people, 40 million plus people, have already cast their ballots early or as absentee ballots. But African-American voters are not showing up to the polls in some key states that they have in the same numbers that they have in, say, 2012, whereas Donald Trump supporters seem to be showing up. And so it'll be interesting to see whether or not Hillary Clinton can assemble the same base of support that Barack Obama had the last 2 election cycles and actually win.
All right. Scott, we got to let you go. Thank you so much. Scott is going to be spending the rest of the day right now being booed because that's what they do to the media with the Trump camp. So keep a stiff upper lip there, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
All right.
All right, Scott McLean talking to us from Manhattan this morning. And again, as he's mentioned, it's, of course, morning rush hour in Manhattan. It's going to be a zoo down there today with the two camps so close to each other, and the security is going to be extremely tight.
Oh, yeah, like never
down
before.
There. Hillary Clinton expected to vote in just a few minutes. We'll have that live for you as it happens here on Breakfast Television. I don't know. I don't know. You're watching BT. We do have to take a short break. We'll be right back.